So guys, do you see this beautiful yellow building over there? Yes, this is today our National Art Gallery and our Ethnographical Museum. But it wasn't always so. For quite a while this was our royal palace, where our kings and queens used to live. And now, in order to tell you more about the kings and the queens, the third Bulgarian kingdom, it's time to put some drama in your life. Because we'll be now here a theatrical performance with the best 6 actors among you. But don't be afraid, you're not going to act, you're not going to talk, you're just going to be standing here and being beautiful, and I'll do all the work. Good deal, right? So in a moment, I'll ask for 6 brave volunteers to represent different nationalities like German, Austrian, Italian, Bulgarian. But don't worry, you can just play a role, you don't have to be any of this nationality, just play a role like any other actor. And don't be afraid, it doesn't hurt too much. It's just a little humiliation, but after a few months of therapy, you'll be fine, forget about it, you'll continue with your life, okay? First, I'll need a volunteer to be our first actor, somebody to represent a German. What do you want to represent? Doesn't have to be a German. Would you, my friend, be a German for no particular reason whatsoever? Come over here, position number 1. Then I need somebody to represent an Austrian. Anyone would like to be an Austrian? Be an Austrian. Position number 2. Then I need somebody to represent a beautiful Italian princess. Who feels like I think we have a whole group of Italian princesses today. So
she will be
an Italian princess. You have to be faster. Come on in the line. Then we need somebody to represent the Bulgarian. This is a very cool role because everybody tells me Bulgarians are pretty cool. That's what people tell me. You want to be a Bulgarian? Then we need a second Bulgarian. I want to be a second Bulgarian. Would you like to be a second Bulgarian? Yes. Go ahead. So then we need somebody to be a third Bulgarian, but this time a communist Bulgarian. He wants to use the communism. I can see the communism in your eyes. So come closer to each other. The line. You guys also have a very important role because you guys are the strong spirited Bulgarian nation. You guys also have a very important role. Every time I say some keywords, you have to react very strong. For example, every time I say happy, you go, yeah! Let's try. Happy! Yeah! No, guys, that's very lame. Bulgarians are much stronger than that. You have to be much louder, okay? Let's try again. Happy! Yeah! A bit better. And every time I say angry, you go, boo! Angry! Boo! And every time I say sad, you go, eh. Sad? Yeah! Good. Are you ready? Yeah! Are you ready? Yeah! And obviously, I was born ready, so we can begin. Once upon a time, it was the year 1878. We're already 5 centuries under Ottoman rule, so we're pretty sad about that. Guys, we had 3 words to remember. We're pretty sad about that. Okay, that's better. But then comes the Russian Ottoman Liberation War. We're free and very happy. Yeah! Not so fast, because we have a problem. After 5 centuries of Ottoman rule, we don't have any royal blood left in our society, so we don't know who to put as a king. So we, genius that we are, decide we can import the king from outside to rule upon us. So we invite Alexander Battenberg from Germany. These new kings have to and everything. So he came, he seemed like a good choice because he had good connections to the great powers of England and Russia. But only a few years after he came, he started having some problems and some fights with Russia. And soon it became very politically awkward. So very soon, unfortunately, we had to say goodbye. We were very sad. So then we were looking for another guy. We imported another guy. We invited Ferdinand Saxe-Coburg-Gotha of the Saxe-Coburg-Gotha dynasty in Austria. See, he's waving, very promising already. So he came, he started, he seemed also like a nice guy, but he was very absent-minded. He was all the time, butterflies over there, flowers over there. So we never got used to him, we called him the Austrian or the foreigner, but our government wanted us to get used to him and respect him more and so on. So remember, from what I said earlier, marketing is everything. So they did a big event that everybody loves. So what big event do everybody love? Even bigger. Even bigger, a big royal event. Of course, a royal wedding. They invited a beautiful Italian princess, Maria Luisa Bonprava. We have a big royal wedding and everybody's very happy. Yeah. But then it gets interesting because from the love of an Austrian and an Italian, a pure Bulgarian was born. What did you do? So, this is King Boris III. Our government wanted us to refer to him as the first pure Bulgarian king, although it's not how pure he was, but remember, marketing and everything. So he is the first pure Bulgarian king. In their defense, he was the first one to actually be born in Bulgaria. He was born right over there in the palace. He was actually the first one to actually speak Bulgarian without an accent. Da. See? Totally a pure Bulgarian. So he came, started ruling, seemed like a nice guy. Most people liked him, but not everybody. Do you remember from my stories who didn't like King Boris III? Exactly. You survived the Save the Devil assassination attempt. Good idea to come late. It was a close call. You survived a few more assassination attempts, but towards the end of the Second World War, one night, right over there in his palace, in the middle of his sleep, suddenly he passed away. We're not exactly sure what happened, but many people suspect that he was probably poisoned by Hitler. Because at that point of the war, Hitler was pretty unhappy with us. We didn't really join any of the military efforts, just some symbolic words. We didn't really send the Jewish people. So Hitler invited our king for a little chit-chat over dinner. Our king went there, came back. A few days later, he died in his sleep. So one way or another, say goodbye. We're very sad. Then comes his son, King Simeon II. As you can clearly see, he was only 6 years old back then. So he couldn't rule by himself. He ruled through a regency council, but that wasn't really a very strong rule. So the communists took the opportunity and kicked him and his family to Spain. So imagine the map of Europe. Bulgaria is over here. Spain is over there. We'll go to Spain. No, this is Italy. Spain is more over there. No, this is Portugal. Somewhere in between. Just stay there. Communists come power. So communists now come in power and they ruled for around 45 years. Until 1989, when the Berlin Wall collapsed and we get very angry with them. So we want to kick them out. But no, it's not so easy with communists. Never is. They just changed their clothes a little bit and now they're not the Bulgarian Communist Party, they're the Bulgarian Socialist Party, which is totally different. Totally different. They're still running from government to government, getting some votes here and there. Wait a moment, are you forgetting somebody? King Simeon II, now in his late 60s, still in Spain, thinking to himself, wait a moment, I didn't get to rule back then as a king, so why don't I come now and run as a prime minister? Great plan. But how do you make these strong spirits go vote for you? I'll tell you how. You go on national TV and you say, I fixed country 800 days. Trust me. You're very broken Bulgarian because you forgot mostly. But you know, trust in, they're very happy. So the next time elections come around, they give you more than 50% of the vote. So you get to make a cabinet of your own. So you start ruling. Naturally, all of you start counting from 800 to 1 to see what happened. Can you guess what happened? We were fixed. Of course, nothing happened. What do you expect of him? But now you get pretty angry with him. So the next time elections come around, you don't give him so many votes. So in order to continue ruling, he had to make a coalition with somebody. And people said in war, love, and politics, everything is possible. So you never guess who he made a coalition with. Same people that kicked him in his family 6 years ago, now they're best friends and they're ruling together. And the Bulgarian people are like, what the hell? So we basically get pretty angry with both of them. So now we kick you back to Spain, but now you're richer than kings, don't care. Thank you very much. You're still in our government, getting some votes here and there. Thank you very much. But the Bulgarian people are always happy. But God knows why. I think it's the rakia, I'm not sure. But one way or another, this was the last 140 years of kings, queens, rulerships, and regimes. And thank you for participating in the royal drama. Do you have any questions, or do you now know everything about recent history? I thought so. So follow me for the next stop.